Welcome to Soullift Studio. Today, we bring you a story of faith, resilience, and divine purpose from the Bible, the journey of Joseph. In the land of Canaan, there lived a young boy named Joseph. He was the favorite son of his father, Jacob, who had given him a special gift, a beautiful, multicolored coat. This made Joseph's 11 brothers jealous. One night, Joseph had a dream. In his dream, his brothers' sheaves of grain bowed down to his sheaf. He shared this dream with them, and their envy grew. Joseph had another dream where the sun, moon, and 11 stars bowed to him. This only fueled his brothers' anger. One day, Joseph's brothers saw an opportunity. While he was on his way to meet them, they threw him into a deep pit. But instead of letting him die, they decided to sell him to a passing caravan of traders heading to Egypt. They told their father, Jacob, that Joseph had been killed by a wild animal. Jacob was heartbroken, unaware that his son had been sold as a slave. In Egypt, Joseph was sold to Potiphar, the captain of Pharaoh's guard. Despite being a slave, Joseph remained faithful, and Potiphar noticed his hard work. Soon, Joseph became the overseer of Potiphar's entire household. But trouble soon followed. Potiphar's wife tried to seduce Joseph, and when he refused, she falsely accused him. Joseph was thrown into prison, but even there, he did not lose his faith. While in prison, Joseph met two of Pharaoh's servants, the cupbearer and the baker, who had been thrown into jail. They both had troubling dreams, and Joseph, with God's help, interpreted them. He told the cupbearer that he would be restored to his position, and the baker would be executed. Joseph asked the cupbearer to remember him once he was free, but the cupbearer forgot. 2 years later, Pharaoh had troubling dreams that no one could interpret. Finally, the cupbearer remembered Joseph. He was brought before Pharaoh, and with God's guidance, Joseph interpreted the dreams. The dreams predicted 7 years of abundance, followed by 7 years of famine. Impressed, Pharaoh appointed Joseph as second in command over all of Egypt, in charge of preparing for the coming famine. As the famine spread, Joseph's brothers traveled to Egypt to buy grain. They didn't recognize him, but Joseph recognized them. After testing their honesty, Joseph revealed his true identity. His brothers were terrified, but Joseph forgave them, saying, "What you meant for evil, God meant for good." He invited them and their families to come live in Egypt, where they would be provided for during the famine. Joseph's story is one of faith, forgiveness, and divine purpose. From being sold as a slave to becoming the second most powerful man in Egypt, Joseph's journey teaches us that even in the darkest times, God is with us. Joseph's life reminds us that God has a plan for each of us, even when we don't understand the path ahead. Through Joseph, we learn to trust in God's timing and purpose. Thank you for joining us at Soullift Studio. May the story of Joseph inspire you to have faith and trust that your journey, no matter how difficult, is part of a greater plan. Until next time, keep lifting your soul.